All right. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, it's like corporate jokes
Okay.
where, how do I even explain this? Either a corporation or a wealthy individual names some product that they have or business that they have in a way where it's kind of, it's a joke.
Yeah.
And sometimes the public is in on it and sometimes the public is not in on it.
Okay.
But either way, sometimes it's just, I've seen several of these is where I'm going. I know I'm stumbling over my words,
Yeah,
but I watched one recently and I thought it was pretty hilarious. So John D. Rockefeller, who owned Standard Oil or started Standard Oil, he grew his business in transporting oil from transporting them on trains, then later on pipelines. And there was one point where 90%, I believe, of the oil used in the United States was coming from him. And at that point, the government stepped in and said, no, like that's a monopoly. And they broke up the company. Well, when they did that, they were told, all the like new companies were said, you can't use the name Standard Oil. Well, you have to use something else. And a lot of them just renamed to whatever the local area was, or they just came up with like a local name or whatever. But one of the companies that was in New Jersey was like, I don't want to use a different name. I want to use Standard Oil because it's got clout behind it for it to use a new term.
Yeah.
The thing is everyone knows Standard Oil, so they wanted to use Standard Oil. Well, another way that people would say Standard Oil when they refer to it is they call it SO for Standard Oil.
Okay.
So the U.S. government said, no, you can't name yourself Standard Oil or anything that has the name Standard Oil in it. Pick something else. So they got a little creative.
Yeah.
So there used to be a gas station company in the East Coast
Okay.
that was
Nice.
named Esso,
Yeah.
which is ESSO,
Yeah.
which kind of sounds like SO.
Yeah. That's nice.
So they were like, you know what? If you want to play by these rules, then
Yeah.
fine.
Nice.
We'll skirt the line a little bit. And they let that happen.
Nice.
And I just think that's hilarious because that was one of the more successful smaller companies that broke up.
Yeah.
And later on, they became ExxonMobil.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it's not like they've gone away.
Yeah.
And in other countries, they still use the SO name.
Nice. That's really creative.
But there's other ones that are like this too.
Yeah.
So when Tesla first came out, I think we're all aware of Elon Musk's unique sense of humor. I mean, as a fellow nerd, I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
It's nerdy humor, but it's hilarious. So his very first production car was the Model S. Okay, then after the Model S, they wanted to make an SUV. So they used the Model S's platform to make the Model X.
Yeah.
Okay, but then they wanted to make a car that was cheaper, that was for the masses. So they wanted to make the Model E. But now Ford said, no, you can't use that because we've already registered that name. Because back in the day, there used to be Model Ts and Model As. And yeah, so Ford already had that registered. And they said they were going to use it. Now they haven't used it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they were just like an FU to Tesla.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then Tesla said, fine, we'll name it the Model 3. So then after they made their mid-size car for the masses, they wanted to make an SUV, a mid-size SUV, just like they did before with the S. They made the X. Well, this time they made the 3, and then they made the Y, which their cars look like this.
Okay.
So if we go from the left to right, that is the Model S, the Model 3, the Model X, and the Model Y, which I saw their logo on a sweatshirt that they sell, and it basically spells sexy.
That's hilarious.
So, and
So-
he would get up on stage and be like, "Aren't our cars sexy?"
Yeah.
He even made a comment like, "This is like a $100 billion joke or a $10 billion joke or whatever." But I the public's in on this one.
Yeah.
I think this is funny.
Yeah.
Okay. But then there are other ones where I just don't even know how they get away with this, is my point.
Yeah.
like the government can say no.
Yeah.
Like if you were to say something perverse and you're going to put it up on a sign, the public can be like, we don't want, you can call your business that, you just can't put a sign out or something, you know. But then there are these gas stations that are
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
the come and go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
And they spelled it K-U-M.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm surprised they let that pass.
How are they getting away with that? It's hilarious.
Yeah. Is it somebody's name or last name?
I have no idea. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I think it's a play on, you know, coming and going, but it's also okay. But then sometimes there are mishaps, let's call it.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a company that is now named American Recycling LLC.
Okay.
But they used to be named sorry.
Yeah.
They used to be named American Scrap Metal.
Okay.
And that's a great name, right? They recycle metal and it's from America. They're proud.
Yeah.
American Scrap Metal.
Yeah.
Except for when we evolved to the point where everyone needed a website, this is their website. America's Crap Metal.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And see, it was American Scrap Metal.
Yeah.
And I guess they changed it to American Recycling LLC, but this is just unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And their website right now, the one I just showed you guys, it's still americanscrapmetal.net.
Oh, yeah.
But they're calling themselves American Recycling LLC.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good change. Which, I mean, you would think that they would have changed the website name, but who knows? Maybe that's instead of the company name, but maybe that's bringing in more attraction. I don't know.
You know what? I never even knew about this company until I started looking up unfortunate
Yeah.
or joke names or whatever.
Yeah.
Still, come and go.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.